easier that I'm telling you or not telling you. Anxiety just comes because of the unknown, what will happen? What if? That what if is just such a pain in the neck. But what can I tell you? Go to your breath, right? That's really my only source at the moment. Sorry, I need to make sure that everybody is muted. And then, if you don't meditate, it's okay. But meditation is a very good way to calm the mind. Meditation, and the concept of meditation being this space that you immediately have to be quiet and nothing will happen and there'll be maybe some revelation. That's not necessarily what meditation is. Beautiful when that happens, right? When we can go to that space where you come out and say, wow, what happened? But the majority of the time in meditation, what we're doing is just observing the thoughts, becoming that third person, realizing that this mind is what's giving us the trouble, and having our conversation with the mind, just observing it. I think if we can look at the mind as a child, as if you're a mom, you'll understand what I'm saying. Or if you're an aunt, you'll understand what I'm saying. Children are unruly, and it's up to us to kind of herd them, right? But we herd them with love, we herd them without judgment, especially our children. Other people's children we might judge. Ours we don't. Ours are perfect, right? Well, that's how the mind is. Our mind is perfect. We just need to kind of rein it in, basically, and not let it get out of hand. So how do you do that? You do that lovingly. You do that without getting frustrated, because the more frustrated you get, the more of a confrontation you have with the mind. And you just try to build a relationship with it in which the mind and the body and the heart, the emotions kind of, when I say, when we talk about centering and aligning, that's basically what I'm talking about, is giving this mind a break. The mind needs a break. In the same way the body needs to rest, the mind needs to rest. And so the best way for the mind to rest is just to be silent and be observed. You might want to use so hum like we do at the end of class. That's a good way of focusing. Find a mantra. So hum is beautiful. That's I am that. Anyway, I was thinking of maybe doing a couple meditation sessions. If you guys are interested, let me know. And just spending some time and learning some techniques and focusing. If you think that'll help you, let me know, okay? We'll talk about it after. Okay, so let's begin. My recording, yes. And I didn't upload Monday's program yet, I'm sorry. I've been kind of busy, but I will do it, I promise. So good morning, namaste. We're going to focus on the back today. And, well, I won't go any further than that, you'll see. Please sit comfortably as you possibly can. But make sure your back is straight, the neck is straight, and your head is straight, but relaxed. As you're breathing in, bring the shoulders up, take them back, and as you're breathing out, drop them. Good. Bring your palms in your lap. Right palm is holding the left hand. Both palms are facing toward the sky, and the thumbs are gently touching each other. And breathe in through your nose, and breathe out through the center of your lips. In through the nose, and out through the center of the lips. Gently, slowly, let the breath guide you. At this moment, you're letting the breath know it's time to relax. It's time to calm down. That's the signal you're giving. You're giving the mind that signal, and you're also giving the body that signal. And they do respond. So I'd like you to observe as the body starts slowing down, as you're breathing in through the nose and out through the lips, observe what starts happening. At this moment, I want you to become an observer. Release all emotions. Release all attachments. Easier said than done, I know. But I want you to just focus on the breath right now. Stay present. Stay where you are at this moment in time with each breath, and that will help. That will help to be in the moment. For the next hour and a half, stay with your breath. Stay with each asana, each posture. That will help you stay present. And in doing so, you're giving the mind some rest. In being present, it's a form of meditation. Being present is a form of awareness, and it's a restful awareness. So if you can be present with what's happening in the body, if you can be present with what's happening in the breath, then the mind. I'm sorry, I forgot to take the phone off the hook. Then the mind can rest. So become aware of what your breath is doing now. It has probably slowed down. As a result, the body is slowing down, and so is the mind. I want you to be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of the thoughts as they come and as they go. Visualize a movie screen as if you were sitting in a movie theater. And you can visualize these thoughts as they're coming and as they're going. And stay with them. Again, as a third person, imagine being in a seat in a movie theater, observing the thoughts coming and observing them going. Be aware of the ability to have these thoughts. It's beautiful. And at this moment, I'd like you to hold on to whatever thought is in your mind. Don't release it. Stay with it. I want you to be aware of whether it's a thought of the present or a thought of the past. Very rarely will it be a thought, or of the future. Very rarely will it be a thought of the present. Stay with it. I want you to be aware of what that thought is creating in you, if it's starting to create anything in the body. If it's creating anything physically or creating anything emotionally, I want you to tune into that. But again, as a third person, observe. Observe that if it's a thought of the past, this may be a thought that keeps recurring. If it's a thought of the future, it may also be a thought that keeps recurring. And now I'd like you to be aware of whether you consider it a positive or a negative thought. Excuse me. If it's a positive thought, that's probably terrific for you. But if it's a negative thought, it's probably not as pleasant. But I want you at this moment to be aware that it's transient, that it's temporary, that it's just a thought. Let your awareness rest there. That thought is just that. and that you have the power to shift that thought. If it's pleasant, you're probably going to think, I don't want to shift it. This is very pleasant. Stay with it if that's the case. If it's unpleasant, I'd like you to take a look at it. Be aware that it's either the past or the future that you're thinking about, that it's causing you unrest, and that it's time to let it go. Without getting emotional attachment to it. It's just a thought. It's not something we need to hang on to. And so shift it. Become aware of your moment now. What is happening now? At this moment in time, you've made space for yourself. You've made a place for yourself. Honor that at this moment and release that thought. And now I'd like you to continue. If it's a good thought that you were holding on to, let that one go too. So let go of whatever thought you were holding on to. And once again, visualize yourself in a movie theater watching these thoughts coming and going. Just observe them. Observe your body. Observe the space within which the body is. Become a third person. A separate mind observing the mind. A separate mind observing the body. And now I'd like you to stop and hang on to whatever thought is in your mind now. Don't let it go. Maybe a positive thought or a negative thought, depending upon your perspective. It may be a thought of the past or a thought of the future. Or maybe it's a thought of the present. But more than likely, it's past or future. That's where we spend most of our time. At this moment, don't let it go, please. Stay focused on it. If it's a good thought and you're in a happy place, terrific, congratulations. If it's not, again, congratulations, because this exercise will help you to understand that if it's an unhappy thought, it is just a thought. It's a place that you keep going back to that is unnecessary, it's temporary, it's transient. And become aware that that thought has no power over you, emotionally or physically. It only has the power that we give it. And how do we shift that? How do we take the power away from it? By coming to present, by coming to the space where you are right now. And why would that shift it? Because in the present moment, you're in a space of healing. In the present moment, you've made the choice to be good to yourself. In the present moment, you've made the choice to be kind to yourself. And in the present moment, you can make the choice to be grateful for that. Where there's gratitude, there's no room for anything else. So if you can keep bringing that back to you, coming back to the present moment, back to the present breath, that you're taking a breath, that in and of itself is a reason for gratitude. If we can bring ourselves back to that and let go and shift, then eventually these thoughts that become a problem will stop wanting to visit. And the awareness will rest in that present moment. The present moment is all we have. We keep reliving the past and chasing the future and forgetting about where we are. So if we can keep reminding ourselves to keep coming back to the present, to release judgment, to release prejudice, to release expectations, and allow ourselves to flow, allow ourselves to be. There will be a certain amount of balance and ease that will start settling in the body and in the mind. Become aware of being present. How does that feel? Sarvetra Sukhina Santu Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Patrani Pashantu Ma Kashitu Kamapina Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunatu Saharveryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavadhinastu Ma Varvashavahe Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May every being be happy. May every being be free from all diseases. May every being feel and appear blissful. May there not be trace of sorrow within any being. Bless us so we may live together. We may be nourished together and learn the brilliance of this knowledge together, leading to self-unfoldment without any sense of pride, prejudice, or ego. May peace prevail along our bodies and our minds. May peace prevail throughout all the celestial bodies in the cosmos. And may peace prevail along our journey to self-realization. May peace prevail. Om Shanti. Keeping your eyes closed, please bring your hands on your knees, your palms facing toward the sky. We'll be chanting Om 5 times. Om is A-U-M. Don't try to extend it. Don't try to control it. Just allow it to happen. Become aware of the center of your chest. As you chant, become aware of it beginning there and vibrating and reverberating throughout your whole body. I'd like you to be aware of the crown of your head and connecting through the crown of the head. And be aware of the center of your palms, receiving through the center of the palms. Take a deep breath in and we'll begin. Om. Without moving your hands, I'd like you to be aware of any heaviness that has settled in your hands. Please don't move them. And please don't open your eyes. And now, without moving or opening your eyes, I'd like you to be aware of where in your body you need some healing, where in the body there needs to be a little extra love, or there may be some fatigue, some disease, some pain. If you find that the body is perfectly fine, but the mind is being rambunctious and has a will of its own, I'm going to ask you to place your hands on your head, if that's the case, if it's the mind. So your fingers will be on top of the head, the palms on the side of the head. Think of it as a love blanket going on your head, letting the mind know that it's okay to rest. Otherwise, bring your palms wherever it is on your body that you need that. Observe as the heaviness leaves the hands. And observe that where you're placing your hands, it may become lighter, it might be becoming warmer. Definitely won't be heavier. It's the transfer of the energy, that prana, your prana, our prana. Healing and bringing balance. Once your hands are light and you're not holding on to anything else, bring the palms back into your lap, right palm holding the left hand and the thumbs gently touching each other. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Breathe in again. And as you're breathing out, become aware of this body, become aware of this mind, in this place, at this moment in time. Breathe in one more time. And as you're breathing out, let the breath begin at the crown of the head and flow through the body to the tips of the toes. In gratitude, in the awareness of this present moment in time. Stay here for a moment. Keep your eyes closed. Become aware of why you've come to this class this morning. What is your intention for being here? I want you to set an intention for being here. If you thought, well, I have nothing better to do, so why not? Good. But now I'd like you to set an intention for this practice. And what would that be? Is it an intention of healing? Is it an intention of committing to being present during the practice? Is it an intention of finding peace? Whatever it may be for you, it's personal. There's no right or wrong answer, but set the intention. Take this time, take this moment to set that intention. And I'd like you to add love and compassion to that intention. In loving and being compassionate with your intention. You're solidifying it. You're strengthening it. You're giving it power. A loving and compassionate power. And through the next hour, hour and a half, stay with that intention. Let that intention go through every asana that you do this morning. Let your awareness go back to it. Let the awareness flow through you. Let it flow through your breath. Let it flow through every thought and every movement. Om Shanti. Namaste. When you're ready, open your eyes. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for bringing the subject of anxiety up. I think it's really important because most of us are feeling it to one degree or another. So let's just try to see what we can do about that, right? We'll begin with our neck. And I said we're going to be addressing the back, but we forget that the neck is part of the back. Sometimes what's happening in the neck will reflect somewhere else in the body. And we think it's somewhere else in the body, but it's actually the neck. So we'll begin with the neck. In my case, I hold a lot of stress there. It doesn't go to my lower back. It'll go to my shoulders, it'll go through my arms, it'll go in the neck. And so we'll be starting there and then moving our way down the back, okay? So I'd like you to sit comfortably. If your legs are crossed, let's extend them right now. Just straighten them. Let them wake up a little bit, get out of that position because we're going to go back into it. And I am full of cat hair. Oh my goodness. Okay. Give it a moment. Let the feet wake up. Let the toes wake up. When you're ready, come back and cross the legs. I want you to be comfortable. I want the back to be comfortable. Back is straight. Make sure the back is straight, but comfortable and relaxed. Okay. Now, we will be addressing the neck, and what we're going to be doing, I want you to imagine this flat plane coming across here. Plane meaning the face of a clock. I want you to imagine a face of a clock right here. 12 o'clock is in front. 6 o'clock is behind you. 3 o'clock is to your right. And 9 o'clock is to your left. So 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the back, 3 o'clock to the right, 9 o'clock to the left. And so what we'll be doing a neck movement, and I will be guiding you by the numbers on the clock. So let me show you. I'll be asking you to breathe in. So you breathe in the center. And as you breathe out, you'll be bringing your chin down. In this case, 12 o'clock. Then I'm going to ask you to bring the head up and then breathe in. Don't breathe in as you're coming up. Now, if you're running out of breath, by all means, please breathe in on the way up. But if you can, breathe in once your head is up, okay? I want you to make that space between the breath out and the breath in. And this is a good way of doing that. So we'll be going around as if we were going to the face of a clock. So let me show you. 1 o'clock would be here. Then you come up, 2 o'clock would be here. But 3 o'clock is going to be here. So your ear is going to go to the right shoulder. 4 o'clock will be back here. 5 o'clock will be a little further left. And then 6 o'clock is all the way back. The back stays straight. 7 o'clock is to the left a little bit. 8 o'clock is a little further to the left behind the shoulder. And then 9 o'clock is on the shoulder. Now, don't want you to raise your shoulder. Keep the shoulder down. The ear is the one that goes toward the shoulder, okay? And you'll feel a nice stretch throughout the other side. 10 o'clock comes over here in the left, in the front. 11 o'clock, a little closer to center. And then we go back to 12 o'clock. Dead center down the chest. Then we'll be going in the opposite order. We'll be doing this gently. We'll be doing it slowly. I want you to be aware, stay present with your neck, what's happening in the neck when you're doing this. This is a very beautiful, effective asana. Use your breath. Use the breath to bring it down. And as you're up, as you're sitting up, let the breath in. Create the expansion throughout here. Nourish that whole area. Okay? All right, so let's begin. Close your eyes. I'd like you to close your eyes. Unless you're losing count as to where the head's supposed to be going, then please open your eyes. Okay? I don't want you to get lost. But as much as possible, try to be relaxed. So the shoulders are relaxed. The neck is relaxed. Close your eyes. Breathe in the center. And as you're breathing, I'm sorry, let me take a moment because I've got everybody on gallery view. And in case somebody wants to follow this, I want to put it on speaker view. Sorry. Okay. Let's begin. Back is straight, neck is straight. As the neck is coming down, remember, don't hunch your shoulders, the shoulders stay back. Palms can be either in your lap or on your knees, facing up, facing down, whatever's most comfortable. I just want you to be aware of the neck area. All righty. Breathe in the center. And as you're breathing out, bring your chins forward all the way down as close to your chest as you can bring it. Remember, keep the shoulders back. Bring the head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, bring the chin to the right on the chest. All the way down. Bring the head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, you're going to go further to the right, in front of the shoulder. Chin to the chest on that area. Feel the pull on the back side on the left. Head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, take your head back toward 4 o'clock, behind the right shoulder. Head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, take it back to 5 o'clock. Closer to the center, but not quite the center. Head up. Breathe in. And now you're going to take the head back all the way to 6 o'clock as you're breathing out. Feel the pull through the throat all the way down to the pubic bone. Head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, take it back towards 7 o'clock, toward the left. Head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, you take it toward 8 o'clock, behind the left shoulder. Head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, take your left ear to your left shoulder. Feel a nice stretch throughout the right side. Head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, take your chin toward the left, in front of the left shoulder. Head up. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, take the chin to the left, a little closer to center, but not quite center, at 11 o'clock. Head up. Breathe in. And now you're going to take it forward all the way down to 12 o'clock. Chin to the chest. Feel the pull through the back of the neck all the way down to the tip of your spine. Head up. Breathe in. Stay here for a moment and just breathe. Become aware of the neck becoming looser. Become aware of the space that's being created around the neck. Now we're going to be going in the opposite direction. So we're going to be going counterclockwise. Breathe in, and as you're breathing out, bring your chin straight down at 12 o'clock. We begin with 12 o'clock. Pull through the back of the neck all the way down to the tip of your spine. Head up, breathe in, and as you're breathing out, go to your left at 11 o'clock, chin to the chest, toward the left. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, take the chin toward 10 o'clock. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, take your left ear, your left ear to your left shoulder. Getting my parts mixed up. Head up, breathe in, and as you're breathing out, go to 8 o'clock, head back toward the left behind the shoulder. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, go back towards 7 o'clock. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, straight back to 6 o'clock. Feel the pull through the throat all the way down to your pubic bone. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, you go to the right and the back toward 5 o'clock. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, go back toward 4 o'clock behind your right shoulder. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring the right ear toward the right shoulder. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring your chin toward the right, in front of the right shoulder, on the chest. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring the chin toward 1 o'clock, a little further to the center, but still to the right. Head up, breathe in, and now bring your chin straight forward, down to 12 o'clock, chin to the chest. Head up, breathe in, stay here for a moment, become aware of the effect of this on your neck. Please keep your eyes closed. I'm going to ask you to turn your head as if you were looking over your shoulder. So breathe in the center, and as you're breathing out, turn toward the right as if you're looking over your right shoulder. Gently and slowly, please. Bring your head back to center. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, turn to the left as if you were looking over your left shoulder. Bring the head back to center. Breathe in. And once again, turn to the right. Head back to center. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, turn to the left. Breathing out. Bring your head back to center. Breathe in and stay here, please. Be aware of what's happening in your head, what's happening in the shoulders. We're going to be turning our heads, so we're going to be making a circle, and we're going to coordinate the breath with the circle. And we'll be going clockwise. We'll do 2 clockwise, and then we'll do 2 counterclockwise. So I'll guide you as to when to breathe. So listen so that you can follow and stay with that, okay? So breathe in the center. As you're breathing out, bring your chin down in the center, breathing out. Turn the head toward the right, bring the ear toward the right shoulder, breathing in. Finish that breath in at 6 o'clock. And as you're breathing out, go toward the left. The chin is going to go past your left shoulder. Bring it down all the way. Take your time. You're at 12 o'clock. Finishing that breath out. Breathing in, go to the right. Go past the right shoulder. Bring the head all the way back. Finish that breath in. And as you're breathing out, you're going to take your chin toward your left shoulder. Bring it down across the left side of the chest, all the way down to 12 o'clock. Now, as you're breathing in, start going to the left. Your chin goes past your left shoulder. Take it all the way back to 6 o'clock. And as you're breathing out, take the chin toward the right shoulder. Past the right side of the chest, all the way down to 12 o'clock. Once again, breathing in, go toward the left shoulder. Take your head back. Finish that breath in. And as you're breathing out, turn your head toward the right. Chin will go past the right shoulder, down the left side of the chest, all the way down to 12 o'clock. Let the head just hang. The breath is shallow here. Slowly and gently, start bringing your head up. Take it back to 6 o'clock. Breathing out. And now come back up to center. Keep your eyes closed. You may feel like you need to turn your head from side to side. If you need to do that, please do it, but do it very gently. And open your eyes. Okay. We started with that part of the back. Now let's move into the other sections of the back. Lie down on your back, please. Mr. Belvedere, you have to move. Lie down in Shavasana, in corpse pose. What does that mean? Your legs are extended. They're a foot, maybe 2 feet apart, whatever it is that makes you comfortable. Be aware of being comfortable. Your arms are at your side, palms facing toward the sky, but your arms are not touching your body. Your head is in line with your spine. Become aware of where your body is, what parts of your body are touching the ground. And repeat after me. I am whole. I am full. I am total. I'm complete. I am perfect. I am Purnam. I am Sunyam in Purnam. I'm rich in the knowledge. I'm beautiful the way I am. I am a divine being. I am a divine being. I am a divine being. In Purnam, in saying that we are Purnam, we are saying we're complete, that we're perfection in every way. In saying that we are Sunyam, Sunyam is nothingness. But in that nothingness is everythingness.
It's that infinite potential for everything. And in that perfection, in being that sunyam, in that purnam, in that perfection, we find that infinite possibility, that infinite potential that is within all of us. Become aware of those words settling into every cell in your body. Allow it to happen. And slowly and gently become aware of the body, the physical body. Wiggle your toes and bend your knees, please. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Bring the knees to the chest. And as you're breathing out, bring the knees to the right. All the way down. Once the body's relaxed, I want you to turn your head to the left, all the way to the left. I want you to feel the pull in your armpit throughout the left side of the chest. It's a beautiful pull. Very rarely are we able to have movement this deep in that area. We have many, many lymph nodes there. Become aware of cleaning, of detoxing, of releasing through that area. Slowly and gently bring your face back to center. Raise your knees up. And as you're breathing out, take the knees to the left. All the way down. If your right elbow lifts, it's okay. Relax the knees, relax the feet. And now turn your face to the right. And observe the pull throughout your right armpit. Once again, feel how deep that goes. Feel the stimulation, the activation of that purification system, that lymphatic system in the body. Energizing and bringing health. Slowly and gently bring your face back to center. Bring the knees up. And bring your feet back on the ground. And stay here, please. Bring your left foot onto your right thigh. And I'd like you to push your left knee away from your body. So you're opening up, basically, your knee, or actually your hip is what's opening up. But what I want you to do is push that knee away from your body. So your ankle is still on your right thigh, but the knee is being pushed away. Try not to bring it toward the body. Try to push it away. Okay. Once you've done that, release your fingers. And I'd like you to slide your left hand between your legs and start bringing that right knee toward the chest. Your back is flat. Your back is flat on the ground. Hold on to the right leg, so your right knee is bent. Hold on to the right leg, either behind the thigh or at the shin, whatever you can do. And bring that right knee closer to the body. Release the hip. There's nothing to hold on to. You'll feel a little bit of discomfort there. If there is a lot of pain, please back out until right before you're feeling pain. But if there's discomfort, it's okay for you to stay here. Please don't stay if you have pain. Pain is not okay. Discomfort is, but pain is not. Know your body, honor your body. Slowly and gently release the leg and bring the right foot on the ground. Leave the left foot where it is. Extend your arms to the side, palms down. And now I'd like you to bring the left knee, your left knee is bent, remember. Bring the right knee on the ground on the right side. And the left foot is going to be coming down onto the ground. So the left foot, the left sole of the foot is on the ground. Your right knee is on the ground. Try to relax here. Become aware of what parts of your body you're holding on to. Become aware of the tension in the body and where it is. And deliberately breathe out through that space. And observe how the body relaxes when you do that. Slowly, very, very slowly, start bringing that right knee up. Take your time. Bring the left foot on the ground next to the right foot. Interlace your fingers. Stay here for a moment. And now, take the right foot and place it on the left thigh. And push that right knee away from you. So you're opening up the hip area and you're pushing that right knee away. Deliberately. Still keep that right foot on the thigh, above the knee. Now, release the hands. Take the right hand through the legs and bring the left knee toward your chest. Hold on to your to your left leg, either behind the thigh or on the shin area. The left knee is bent. Make sure your neck is straight. Bring the chin toward the chest so that the neck is elongated. I don't want you to touch the chest, but bringing the chin closer to the chest will elongate and relax the neck. Relax your hips. Become aware of what is being pulled and what is being relaxed. Be aware of relaxing the neck, please. There's nothing to hold on to there. Feel the pull through the right hip. Your back is flat. Release the leg. Bring the left foot on the ground. Your arms to your side, forming a T, and the palms are down. Stay here for a moment. And now, as you're breathing out, bring that left knee on the ground on the left side and your right foot on the ground. Do the best that you can. Relax your neck. You'll be feeling the pull through the right hip right lower back. Wherever it is that you're feeling discomfort, put your lips there. Visualize breathing through there and observe how your body relaxes when you do that. If you're feeling pain, please back out of the posture. Discomfort's okay, pain isn't. And then go back into the posture to that space just before you felt the pain. Slowly, very, very slowly, start bringing the knee back up. Please take your time. Bring the right foot next to the left foot. Extend the legs. Bring the knees back up, please. Space your feet so that they are at the edge of your mat. Adjust your body so that it's in the center. Bring the knees together so that they're resting. This is a resting posture. Sitting here with the knees together gives rest to the lower back and to the hips. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Bring the knees up. And as you're breathing out, bring the knees to the left. Bring that left knee all the way down. The right knee might come all the way down and it may not, and that's okay. And now I'd like you to turn your head to the right. I want you to observe the difference between this posture and turning your head to the right. The pull is different. You're not pulling throughout your armpits. It's a more subtle pull through the back. Observe that. And relax the body. Let go of wherever you're feeling the tightness. Just breathe through that area and observe how you relax. Bring your face back to center. Bring the knees up. Gently and slowly take your time. And as you're breathing out, take the knees to the right, all the way down. Take the right knee all the way down. And turn your face to the left. Take your time. Be kind to your body. Observe how beautiful the stretch is. Observe how kind it is for the spine. Slowly and gently, bring your face back to center. Bring the knees up. And bring the knees back toward each other once again. Allow the back to rest. Extend your legs. Release the hands, bring the palms at your side. Lie in Shavasana. Become aware of the effect of these postures on your body, the effect of these postures on your spine. Now bring your feet together. Hold on to your elbows and point the elbows toward the sky. So your right elbow is in your left hand and your left elbow is in your right hand. Make sure you're holding onto your elbow and not your forearm. Your feet are perpendicular to the ground. The elbows are pointing toward the sky. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, point the feet away from you and bring the arms overhead on the ground all the way up. If you feel your feet cramping, bring them back toward you and then point them away from you. As you're breathing out, coordinate with your breath. We have massaged our internal organs. We have twisted, we have contracted, we have stretched them, and now we're creating space for them. We're creating space for them to rest wherever it is they need to rest. We're creating space between each vertebra in the spine. We're allowing the hips to align. We're allowing the body to take care of itself. Become aware of the tremendous amount of space that we have in our torsos. We massaged our organs and now we're letting them rest. Slowly and gently, as you're breathing in, bring the arms up. Bring the feet up toward you, perpendicular to the ground. Don't relax the feet, please. Keep them energized. Take a couple breaths here. I want you to be aware that the mind sends a signal to the body and the body responds. That is a beautiful thing. I want you to be aware of how fortunate we are that that is happening. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, point your toes away from you and bring your arms overhead on the ground. I want you to point those elbows a little higher if you can. So you'll feel a pull throughout the shoulder sockets and a further pull throughout the upper back and the sides of your upper torso. You'll start feeling the pull happening through your lower torso as well. It will be interesting. Focus on your waist in doing this. Any tightness that was settling in the waist will start dissipating. Initially, it'll feel like it's a little bit of a cramp almost, and then it just starts letting go. Be aware of that. The breath is shallow. The breath doesn't have to be a big breath. Follow what the body wants to do. Don't try to impose on it. As you're breathing in, bring the feet up, perpendicular to the ground. Bring the elbows up. Relax the feet. So the whole lower part of your torso is in complete relaxation from the waist down, actually from the chest down. Breathe in the center. Make sure you're holding on to the elbows. Continue to hold on to your elbows. But now, as you're breathing out, take your right elbow onto the ground on the right side. So you'll be pulling your left shoulder socket toward the right, right? Make sure that the arm that's coming, your left arm will be coming across your throat, but make sure you're not constricting the throat. So the elbow will be in line with the shoulder, the right elbow, and the left shoulder will be coming across the throat. But I don't want you to have it constrict your throat. Please make sure that it's low enough to where the breath isn't being constricted. And just relax. There's nothing for you to do here. The weight of the arms is doing all the work. Feel the pull through the shoulder blades. Gentle pull through the shoulder sockets, the upper arm, the upper left arm. It's a gentle pull. Breathing in, come back to center slowly, very, very slowly. And as you're breathing out, take it to the left. Make sure you're holding on to your elbows and not your forearms. But once again, make sure that right arm isn't constricting your throat, that you can breathe well. Your face is facing toward the sky. The left elbow is in line with the left shoulder. And just enjoy. The rest of your body is completely relaxed. Relax your face. Relax your scalp. Relax the chest and the hips. Relax your toes. Slowly and gently bring the arms back to center. Release the elbows. Bring the arms at your side. Lying Shavasana, palms to the sky. We will be going into Yoga Nidra. So if you need a blanket, if you need to cover yourself, please get it now. Put your head towards your computer. And lying Shavasana. Your feet are a foot, 2 feet apart, whatever it is that makes you comfortable. Your arms are at your side with the palms facing toward the sky. Arms are at the side, but they're not touching the body. Make sure your head is in line, that your neck is in line with the spine, and that the neck and the head is straight. So turn your face to one side, now turn it to the other side, and find the center spot in the spine. If you need to, look up so that you can make sure that you're in line with your spine, that you're straight. And now I want you to tighten your toes, tighten your ankles, tighten your knees, tighten your thighs, tighten your buttocks, tighten your stomach, tighten your chest, tighten your arms, make a fist of your hands,
Don't tighten your neck, but I'd like you to scrunch your face up. Tight, tight, tight. So your whole body is tight right now. And let it go. Release all tightness. And just breathe. Observe your breath. As you're breathing in, your stomach is rising. And as you're breathing out, your stomach is going down. Be aware of that. Breathing in, the stomach rises. And breathing out, the stomach goes down. This is how our body naturally wants to breathe. Honor it. Observe it. Don't try to make it happen. Just observe it. And now I want you to observe the breath as it's entering through your nostrils. It goes past the upper palate, the pharynx, the larynx, windpipe, into the bronchial passages, into the lungs, filling the lungs. And as it leaves, it goes through the bronchial passages, the windpipe, the larynx, the pharynx, the upper palate, and out through the nostrils. Just observe. I want you to be an observer. And now I would like you to observe what it is that makes that breath happen. What is it that makes and pushes that breath into the body? That energy that gives it life. We call it energy. We call it chi. In yoga, we call it prana. I want you to go beyond your breath and observe prana. Observe it making the breath happen. Observe it pushing the breath into the body and throughout that journey into the lungs. And observe the journey leaving the lungs and out of the body. I want you to visualize yourself walking in a field of poppies, beautiful poppies. Everywhere you go, everything you see right now is poppies. No matter where you turn, to the right, to the left, toward your back, in front of you, it's all a field of poppies. And you're standing barefoot on a little path. It's about 3 feet wide. And it's rich, rich soil. It's a brown, but it's an orangish brown. And to your right and to your left, all there are these beautiful poppies. The sun is shining brightly. There's a nice breeze, so you're not feeling hot. It's just ideal. It's an ideal morning. You can feel the breeze and you can see the poppies moving with the breeze, swaying in the breeze. There's some butterflies catching that breeze and flying in it. The sound of birds, not sure where they are, but you can hear them. I'd like you to start walking down this path. It's cut through this field of poppies. And I want you to be aware of how clean it is. It's pristine. This soil is rich. You can feel it under your feet. It's soft, but it's firm. And as far as you can see, this path is cutting through this field of poppy. Now up ahead, about 20 feet, I want you to look ahead, and there's a little something sprouting out of that soil. And I want you to stop when you get to it. And I want you to see it's a weed. It's a little weed that's springing up out of nowhere, because everywhere else the soil is pristine. It's very clean. I'd like you to bend down and tug at this weed. I want you to pull it out of the soil. It's very easy because it's very small. And I want you to see the little hole that it left. And I want you to observe how the soil around it is filling that hole. Shake the soil off that little weed, off the roots of that little weed, and put that weed to the side. Don't harm it, just put it to the side. And I want you to continue walking. Up ahead, again about 15 feet in front of you, is another weed. It's a little bigger than the one you just pulled. I want you to stop when you get to that weed. And I'd like you to pull lightly at it. It may take a couple little tugs because it's a little bigger than the other weed, but it's not very difficult to pull out. Once you've pulled it out, I want you to be aware of that hole that was left there and observe the soil around it, filling it. It's a natural way of nature taking care of itself. I'd like you to shake the soil off that weed, off the roots, and put that weed to the side. Please don't hurt it, just put it to the side and continue walking. Up ahead is a much bigger weed. It's about maybe a foot tall. And I'd like you to stop when you get to it. It's at about 10 or 15 feet in front of you. Maybe a little more. When you get to it, stop. I'd like you to tug at it, but don't exert yourself. Tug gently. A little here, a little there. Keep tugging. Because it's bigger, the roots are probably deeper. But keep tugging a little bit at a time. And I want you to start feeling how it's coming, right? It's coming out. And gently, keep tugging gently, and you've got it. Wow. Those roots are pretty deep. But you managed to get them all out. And I want you to look down and see the hole that was left, bigger than the other holes. And I want you to observe how the soil around it is filling that hole naturally. It's just the way of nature taking care of itself, the way of the universe taking care of itself. Shake the soil off the roots and put that weed to the side. And I want you to continue walking. And up ahead at about 20 feet, there's a beautiful bench to the side. There's a space between the poppies. And I'd like you to sit on that bench. It's quite long. It's about 6-8 feet long. And you can sit in the center, you can sit on one side, whatever you choose to do is fine. I want you to observe what just happened. You pulled those weeds out of that path, out of this pristine, clean path. And at this moment, I want you to observe yourself. I want you to observe that space in the center of your chest. that emotional space in the center of your chest. And at this time, I'd like you to become aware of any weeds that you might have in your heart. I'd like you to become aware of any pain, any judgment that may have settled in your heart. And at this time, I'd like you to take it deliberately out of your heart. I'd like you to be aware that whatever that pain was or is, that event that was painful, was an event that needed to happen, but that is no longer serving you, and that it's time to let it go. And at this moment, release it. And I want you to observe the hole that is left by it being filled naturally, the way of the universe, being filled with love. The moment we release pain, the moment we release anger or fear, we can replace it with love. Now I'd like you to be aware of any other weed, any other pain that you might have. Don't be afraid of it. In order to release it, you have to acknowledge it and let it go. But let it go in gratitude. Be aware that there was a reason for that event to take place. There was a reason for that to happen. But that it is no longer serving you. That there is no need for that pain, for that anger, for that fear. And that it's time to let it go. It's a weed. Let it go in gratitude. Let it go in the awareness that it's no longer serving you. And observe as that space that was filled by that is being filled with love. At this moment, allow yourself to feel the space that you've created in your heart. At this moment, allow yourself to feel the lightness that's being created in the heart. And I'd like you to invite those people that you love to sit on this bench with you. I'd like you to invite those people that you love to be part of you on this bench. I'd like you to let go of any weeds, and I'd like you to let them be filled with love. In inviting them to be on the bench with you, invite them into that love. And inviting them to be in that love, invite them into an unconditional love. Invite them into a safe space. Into a space filled with compassion. Releasing all judgment. Sharing in that love. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnamada Purnameva Vasishati Om Shanti. Become aware of your breath as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Point your toes away from you and relax them. Make a fist of your hands and hold them tight and relax them. Bring your right arm overhead on the ground and turn on to your right side. Bring your left knee on the ground in front of you, so bend the left knee and bring it on the ground in front of you. Right leg is straight. Bring your left hand in front as well, next to the knee. This will help the back relax. This position will allow any kinks in the back to be released. Become aware of sharing your love. Be aware of the effect that sharing that love has. Allow yourself to just be that love. That's who you are. Slowly, very, very slowly, please. Use your arms, don't use your back. Sit up facing me with your eyes closed. Bring your palms in your lap. Right palm holding the left hand, both palms facing toward the sky. Thumbs are gently touching each other. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Put your mind where your heart is. And put your heart where your mind is. And let that be what guides you. Om Shanti. Namaste. And when you're ready, very slowly, please take your time And very gently open your eyes.